What's up, guys? One last beautiful sunrise here in Bacalar. Today it is time to say goodbye to Bacalar and get back to Playa, but how am I getting back to Playa del Carmen? Spoiler alert, it's not on the ADO bus. I'm going to try to take the Tren Maya, and I'm going to take you all along on the journey with me. Guys, if you appreciate my efforts, smash the like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already. This is certainly not the cheapest way to get back to Playa, nor is it the most convenient, but for the sake of demystifying the trip from Bacalar to Playa del Carmen and seeing if it's faster, how much exactly it costs for Quintanaroenses and tourists, and any other mysteries or tips I can figure out along the way for you all. That is the plan today, but I might have to go do one more chapuzon off the dock, jump in the water one last time. It is really hard to say goodbye. Much like Cozumel, it is really hard to say goodbye to Bacalar. This place is really special. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content from here. I was up late editing the last video, the kayaking, sunrise and sunset at Isla Pájaros in the same day. Totally worth it. I did wake up sore that day. We've got the resident kitty cat right here. I'll miss her very much. I've been feeding her very well. She was just chasing a squirrel and giving me a very good laugh. But anyway, guys, let's get packed up, make a cup of coffee, and go head to the Tren Maya station. Vámonos. Hey, look who came to say goodbye. Yeah, I will miss you too. I will miss you too. Quítate. You're not supposed to be in here. Don't get me in trouble. There's no more chorizo. Se acabó. I think I have a little pepperoni though. You want pepperoni? Okay. Alright, she's getting spoiled. She's really gonna miss me, I feel like, or at least the food we do eat very well. Alright, this is getting to be too much. This cat follows me everywhere. And it seems like everywhere I've gone, Cozumel, Holbox, and now Bacalar, everywhere I've gone the last couple weeks, these cats just freaking love me. Can't get enough. And I feel the same. It is mutual. I try not to name them. She's like sliding down the rail. Okay, what do you want for breakfast? Salami? Eggs? Mira. Squirrel. Ooh, looking a little stormy today. Just going down to fill up my waters. And this cat follows me everywhere. It's becoming a trend. Anywhere I go, I end up with a new bestie. Always the cat. Ominous. She wants chorizo. I'm not sure how much she actually likes me. She does like my cooking though, no doubt. Looking a little stormy. Oop. Looking a little stormy today, guys. So it looks like I timed the trip perfectly. I got the best possible weather while I was here. But yeah, it does look like rain the next couple of days. So it could be up for a nice rainy train ride, which should make for some good train naps. Guys, one thing I'm really interested to see too at the Tren Maya station is not just the architecture and what it looks like. I have no clue. The one in Playa is beautifully built. I know the one in Palenque is really nice. I want to see what the actual station looks like, but also I want to see if any shops are open inside. Are there souvenirs? Is there a restaurant? Is there a coffee shop? These are all really important things. I do have just enough coffee to make one cup this morning, but what if I didn't? Could I get a coffee at the Tren Maya station? We're going to figure all that out in this video. I'm almost packed up, waiting for my coffee. I'm going to order the taxi, get over there as soon as I can. I'm just going off information I got from a taxista. He said there's two trains. One leaves at 10:30 a.m., one leaves at 5 p.m. These trains do fill up, so I want to get over there hopefully a couple hours before the actual departure time. I'll let you guys know how long the taxi ride is from where I am. I'll put on Google Maps where I'm staying here and let you know the cost of the taxi just to get to the Tren Maya station. It's definitely going to be more than getting to the ADO station, which is right here in town. So the inconvenience and impracticality begins, but I got to document this and keep you guys all in the know. Also, my friends, another very important aspect to this video is the meal cart, the train car that has the food and beverage, because I'm not quite hungry for breakfast yet, para desayunar. So I'm going to give away the last of my ham and salami to the kitty, and I'm going to rely 100% on the Tren Maya food cart in the back, generally, I guess. On the way to Valladolid, I'll link that video. I went back there and they had like empanadas and all sorts of good, I think they had tamales, that's what it was. Cochinita tamales, pulled pork tamales. It was a little dry and it was microwaved, but overall for train food, it was pretty good. So I could end up starving or I could end up eating really well, I don't know. I'll share with you the prices of the food, the beverages, the coffee. They do have beers. So I might get a Tren Maya beer. That would be a first for me. I've never had a beer on the Tren Maya, and I'll share with you the price of that. So lots to dig into today, guys. Sorry. Oh, no coffee yet. It's still brewing. Lots to dig into today. There we go. I got the sentence out. And so I'm super excited for the video. Let's go. All right, my friends. Wow, how exciting. I feel like I'm in Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Anytime I get to a new Tren Maya station. This place looks absolutely beautiful. Let's head inside and check it out. The landscaping is pristine. It just feels like a gem. I don't know how else to put it. The taxista did get me for 180 pesos. I thought that was really high. I expected it to be maybe 100, 120, but I wasn't going to argue. I didn't really negotiate the price beforehand. I used the taxi WhatsApp service. I'll share that in the description below or put it up on the screen, put the number up there. There's a really handy WhatsApp service since there's no in-drive in Bacalar, but maybe confirm the price beforehand. Usually you can get anywhere in Bacalar for 50 to 80 pesos, so 180 seemed high, but whatever. I'm in such a good mood to check this place out that I don't care. Let's go inside. Vámonos. All right, guys, I was out just getting some shots for the intro of the video, but I'm realizing I should get to the ticket booth and make sure they have tickets for the 10:30 a.m. train. Both taxistas I've spoken with have confirmed, yes, there's a 10:30 and a 5. Wow, look at this, guys. Beautiful. Wow, they really did a good job with this. This is gorgeous. Diane? Diane, gracias. Okay, so for me, for tourists, and for just residents, it's 984. Para los mexicanos, pero nacido como quintanarroenses, who were actually born in Quintana Roo, 485. Okay, ¿cuánto? 493 if you're actually born in Quintana Roo. Y si eres nacido, if you were born in Mexico City, Jalisco, 739 pesos if you're Mexican but born outside of the state of Quintana Roo. Now you know, I'm paying 984 pesos for this, almost double the ADO. Hope you appreciate my efforts. It will save me about an hour apparently. The trip is only about 3 hours and 5 minutes instead of 4 hours. There is, however, a student discount and an elderly discount. ¿Qué edad tiene que tener para tener el descuento para los viejitos?
Credencial de INAPAN, 60 y más.
60 y más. So if you're 60 or older and you have the actual credential, or you're a student, 395. 395. Okay. Wow, a lot of different optionality there. All right, my friends, so I did just confirm with Diane that there is also a train at 5:09 p.m. leaving from Bacalar to Playa, but we're gonna get on the 10:30 a.m. and it's a little bit expensive, 984 pesos, almost basically 50 US dollars versus about $27 to ride the ADO bus. This trip's supposed to take 3 hours and 5 minutes. The ADO bus is right at 4 hours. I timed that. If you want to check out that video, I'll link it in the description below, getting from Playa to Bacalar, where to stay for cheap on the lagoon, etc. So is it worth paying almost double for the experience, for the Tren Maya experience, and to save an hour? I'm going to time this trip. I'm going to hold them to it. If I'm paying almost double, I definitely want to get there an hour quicker than the people on the ADO bus. The only rub is that I had to pay almost 200 pesos just to get to the Tren Maya station, and there's ADO buses leaving multiple times a day in the morning, so if I took the ADO, I'd probably already be on the road. I think there's a 6 a.m., 6:40, 9:40, something like that. They leave every 2 or 3 hours. So am I really saving an hour? Technically not, because I'm waiting here until 10:30 just to take the train. Hopefully it's just a fun experience at least. All right, it's about 9:30 in the morning. I have a half an hour to kill until I can actually go through security. You can't go through there until about a half an hour before your departure time. So let's take a look around, putter around. We've got someone selling some handmade wooden items there. We've got a cafe that appears to not even be open. So that answers our question about getting coffee or anything like that. I don't really see any tienda actually open. That's to be expected. This is a very new station. There's not a lot going on here yet, and it is still early as well. Okay, there's a little souvenir shop and a place to get beverages. So you can at least get some bottled drinks, water, soda, little souvenirs, little tiny Chichen Itza right there, keychains, dream catchers, all the necessities. Let's see what else we got. There is an ATM right there, a BBVA, so you can pull some cash out. There is no cash discount, however, so don't really save anything by paying cash, but if you need some cash, there is an ATM. Now you know. We've got what looks like okay, this appears to not be ready, but eventually there will be a self-serve kind of ticket spot here, but it looks like it's not done yet. It's in the trial phase, in fase de pruebas, trial phase. But that's cool though. I like that concept. Seems to be that that's about all there is here. So I'm actually glad I ended up sharing my breakfast with the cat. I didn't give her all my food. I actually had some eggs and pepperoni, which is good. I will see, however, what's on the train to eat. I think there were pulled pork tamales last time I took the train to Valladolid, so I'll be doing that. And one other thing to note, guys, it is not exactly refreshing and cool inside this station. These fans look like they would be really nice, but they're not even running. There's 4 of them, and they're all off. So there's not exactly a lot of airflow, and the door is open. So it's essentially about the same temperature as it is outside. So it's actually kind of hot. Not the most comfortable as far as airflow and air conditioning. Now you know, come prepared. Bring water, or you can at least buy water at the little souvenir shop there. The employees must get sick of this little jingle and music. There's this little thing playing on repeat right here. It's kind of cute, you know, the first like 2 or 3 times. But then, oh hey, that looks like some Ronaldo footage. But yeah, then it gets a little annoying. It's the same thing over and over. We do have a screen here with some of the departure times right there. Hopefully you guys can see that a little bit. So it looks like the Playa del Carmen Tulum bus leaves at 10:29. We've got one that leaves at 5:09. There it is right there on the top. And then Bacalar to Chetumal, 1:38, I think. And then 8:11. And there's another one at 10:20 p.m. if you're trying to go to Chetumal. And then Palenque, 8:17. So if you really want to go far, all the way to Chiapas on the bus, it leaves from Bacalar at 8:17, I believe was the time. So That's an interesting one. I think I'll do that trip in the future, guys. Just type in Chiapas in the comments if you want me to take the Tren Maya all the way to Chiapas, to Palenque, and do some exploring and some videos over there. I really want to go check out the canyon and San Cristobal de las Casas and places like that over in Chiapas. I really haven't explored that area of Mexico. It's one of the only areas I haven't explored yet, along with Chihuahua. I want to go see Chihuahua and take the Chepe train as well. If you guys want to see a train video, an epic train video in Chihuahua, just type in the comments Chepe, Chepe, and I'll go up there and do that. That's been on my bucket list for a long time. It's not cheap. If you want like a first class ticket and you want to do it right with the 360 degree views, the dining car with the panoramic views and all that, it's quite expensive. And then if you want to make stops along the way and explore each village, you have to account for lodging and then get back on the train, etc. So it can be about 28,000 pesos to do that trip right, plus flights to get to Chihuahua. Guys, I am tired. I've been busy. Holbox, Cozumel, Bacalar, all in the last 2 weeks. Go. Stayed up late editing a video. Ended up awake until about 1 a.m. and I'm really happy with how the video turned out. The Dronaldo footage is insane. Took a really risky flight with Dronaldo to go film the sailboats out on the lagoon. Very windy, but you're only going to get to see the sailboats on a windy day, so you have to risk your drone, so that's what I did. But I'm tired. I'm hoping for a good train nap, but I'm feeling like I may be too excited to sleep on the train. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls, walking around the whole train, exploring, going back to the dining car and seeing what they have for me for my second breakfast. And probably get that Tren Maya beer as well, maybe a Modelo or something. That sounds pretty refreshing. But I feel like when I get back to Playa, I'm just going to crash, take a nap. We've got a subscriber meetup at Pizza Renzo Tuesday the 9th at 6:30 p.m. So I want to get my appetite up for that, like Garfield status. Just take a long nap and wake up super hungry. Go wreck some pizza with you all, the subscribers. Thank you guys for coming along on the journey, helping me combat the boredom of sitting here waiting to go through security and get on the train. I will let you know how that process is momentarily going through security here. And I will link the Tren Maya video I did to Valladolid in the description below. And I will try not to fall asleep and miss the train. Guys, this has to be the most friendly Tren Maya station ever. I was just speaking with Diane. She came up to me and asked me what my YouTube channel was, and then she shared a ton of information which I'm going to share with you. So first and foremost, guys, you can actually take a bicycle or an electric scooter on the train for no additional cost. Now you can take a maleta, a luggage, 25 kilos, no extra cost. You can take your animals, your dog, your mascota, as long as it's 25 kilos or under, or if it's a certified therapy animal and you have the actual paperwork, it doesn't matter what the weight is, you can bring your animal with you on the actual train. So this is all really valuable information. Diane's also saying that only at this Tren Maya station, they will organize a fixed rate taxi for you to get from the Tren Maya station to the center for only 50 pesos. So that's a fantastic deal. They take good care of you here. It's nice to go where you're treated the best, and this Bacalar Tren Maya station is one of those places. So much information she just shared with me, but the big one for me was the bicycle. So in theory, I could ride my bike to the Tren Maya station in Playa del Carmen, arrive here in Bacalar with my bicycle, and ride from the Tren Maya station all the way to my accommodations and save a ton of money on taxis and make sure that I have a good quality bicycle. This time around I had a terrible bike. The locals were laughing at me because it was like a little clown bike, but I did make it work, and it was a good quad workout nonetheless. But now you know, guys, luggage 25 kilos, pet 25 kilos or less, service animal, there's no weight limit, bicycle, electric scooter, bring it on the train. Nobody cares. One thing I did want to be sure to mention is bring your passport though. I asked Diane if I could use a driver's license or some other form of ID. She said no, passport only for the Tren Maya. So you really do not want to forget that passport. I feel like they probably will not budge on that. They will not let you on the train or sell you a ticket without your passport. You have to show it at the time of purchasing your ticket and when you go through security. So bring your passport, definitely. So apart from the passport, guys, budget travelers who are watching this, bring your student ID. If you have a student ID at all, even if it's expired, try to bring it and use it. I have a feeling they won't necessarily check the expiration. It's worth a shot. Also, teachers get the discount. So if you are a licensed teacher coming from the US or Canada, I believe if you have your teacher's license, bring that and you'll save like 600 pesos on your ticket. Thank me later in the comments. So guys, I have just gone through security and now we have options. You do have to pass all your bags through the scanner and then you have options here. You've got the stairs, but for anyone with disabilities, there is an elevator right there. So very, very nice station. So anyone with disabilities or someone like me who gets injured from time to time and has to be on crutches, you've got an elevator there. And that is quite handy because we have to come down to the basement to wait for the train. So this is what we're looking like down here. Still some construction being finished up, but overall really nice. Trains, exits. I think I'm going the right way. Never can be too sure. That's why I make these videos for you guys. Alright, so and then we have to go back up and there is an elevator and an escalator and stairs. So now we have 3 options. Fantastic train station. And the National Guard are the ones responsible for security. So when you go through security, they will scan all your stuff. You have to take everything out of your pockets, very much like the airport. You do not have to take your shoes off, which is nice. Alright, so the National Guardsman just checked my ticket again when I came up here and told me where to wait. So I'm on this side right here. And so we've got a number of unfinished things up here as well. Here's where the elevator would drop you off. And look at this beautiful view of the jungle. Lots of natural light. We have a cafeteria that is unfinished. It's literally just a sink and some countertops. But I imagine when everything's finished and this gets up and running, it's going to be an even more pleasant experience. This has been a fantastic experience so far. And I would say that the Tren Maya station here in Bacalar is leaps and bounds better as far as the service, the amenities, etc., than the one in Playa del Carmen. But then again, I haven't been to that one in Playa del Carmen since May, and so I'll show that obviously when we get to Playa. Now it's just a waiting game. I think we've got about 15-20 minutes until the train comes. And I am getting really excited for this ride, guys. Also, for those of you wondering about the bathroom situation, once you go through security, you do have nice, clean bathrooms here. But no toilet seats. So you're still in Mexico. You're not getting a toilet seat. Not getting off that easy. Here's a map of the of all the routes. Chichen Itza, Valladolid. I've done that ride from Playa to Valladolid, and that one is kind of a tough sell because you have to go all the way up here and then down here, and if you just take the ADO bus from Playa, you just go up here and you're there. I really don't think the Tren Maya saves you much time to Valladolid, but in this case, from Bacalar to Playa, it should save us about 1 hour. As always, I'm going to time the trip so we know exactly how long the train ride takes from when it leaves the station to when it pulls into the station in Playa. All right, so the attention to detail seems really good at this station. A gentleman just came up to me and asked me which train car I was on. I am on car number 3, so they just escorted me and showed me where to sit and wait and board. Everybody gets their own space. So it feels a lot more organized than the Playa del Carmen station so far, and really just an overall pleasant experience. Quite a bit more pleasant and relaxed than the ADO station. So yeah, smile on my face, ready to ride the train. Let's do this. So we were just getting the basic boarding information there. Obviously you have to let everyone who's getting off the train get off before you hop on. You want to wait behind the yellow line, and there's a place for big luggage right when you enter the train car on the left, and then anything 10 kilos or less can go in the overhead compartments. That was the main gist of it. And then also they mentioned if you drop anything down there, do not go down there and try to get it. That is their job. So I just wanted to share that info with you real quick. That's the boarding kind of breakdown on the instructions. And here comes the train. Que emoción. So definitely, I believe I got one of the seats with the table right there. This looks really nice, guys. Very exciting. So Coche 3 right there, that's where we're getting in. Of course, let everybody get off first, and then of course let the senior citizens and everybody board before you do. I gotta check my seat number. I already forgot, so I'll see you guys on the train. Alright guys, here we go, hopping on the train. Oh yeah, that nice cold blast of air conditioning is a good sign. So guys, here's where you're gonna leave your bigger luggage, right here. Anything that's bigger than 10 kilos. Press the button one more time. Alright, I got seat number 4. Maybe I'm in the wrong car. Let me stop. Guys. Alright, either way, I'm going to take a little tour here. I think I'm in the wrong area. I think I'm seat number 4. And these numbers are going up. 53. I got one of the ones with the tables, so let's see. Maybe it's over here. Be over here. 22.
Bacalar.
Well, I thought I got one of the ones with the table, but I apparently did not. I'm in number 4, but it is a window seat. That's really the most important thing. I don't care that much about the table. I've got the little tray table there, so I'll put my luggage up top and enjoy the view. I got the window seat. Pretty happy about that. And we're already moving, guys. We're underway. I gotta start the stopwatch right now. I can't drop the ball on that. We're leaving the station. Stopwatch has begun. We're leaving at 10:29, right on time. It was literally scheduled for 10:29. 10:29, and we are underway. Let's do this. And so all the announcements that come up on the train are actually in Spanish first, and then they repeat them in English, so that's kind of nice. And we are right back here by the dining car. So I'm gonna go see what they have for food soon and grab myself a beverage. But for now, I'm just gonna sit for a few minutes and enjoy this right here. Should be a 3-hour and 5-minute trip. We shall see if that's accurate, but already I am just way more comfortable, way more relaxed than on the ADO. It is about 440 more pesos, but I think it's worth it so far. So some of the dining options, they do not have tamales right now, but when they do, there's 60 pesos. We got some fruits for 40. I'm gonna grab one of these burritos in a little bit, 75 pesos. But for now, I went ahead and grabbed a beer for 70 pesos, modelo. It's kind of warm, so I got a glass of ice. Gracias. ¿Cuánto te digo? 70? Okay. So guys, the beer was warm, so she gave me a glass of ice. And the debit card machine actually did work, but it was like a fingers crossed situation. So do bring cash on the train. You never know if the card reader is actually going to work. But guys, I've already made the decision. I'm going to definitely take the train to Palenque. I'm kind of waiting for them to have the first class service, the first class train cars available, because I would like to go in comfort. But I'm already really enjoying this. I'm feeling really relaxed. And I think it would be a fantastic way to get to Chiapas. And guys, last time I was in Bacalar was March of this year, and the train was not running yet. So this is a brand new service. I think it's only been running for a couple of months from Bacalar to Playa. And so this is kind of the maiden voyage. I'm happy to have you guys along with me. This is a lot of fun. And the view so far is really cool. Just thick jungle. Kind of keeping my eye out for a jaguar. I want to see some wildlife. That is some thick jungle. Alright guys, my first Tren Maya beer, and it is delicious. Modelo La Negra on ice. Very refreshing, but you know what? Between the beer and the kind of gentle rocking, I am getting very sleepy. I think I'm going to take a Tren Maya nap here soon, wake up, and then maybe try one of these burritos they have. I think the burrito is only like 75 pesos. I do believe the beer prices went up. I paid 70 pesos for this beer, and I think last time I rode the Tren Maya to Valladolid, they were only 50, but I did not have one, so I don't remember for sure. But still, for train prices, that's not bad. I do need to see how this burrito looks for 75 pesos. That seems like a really good deal. But I do believe it's like a microwave burrito, but for the sake of the video, I'll try it. Really enjoying the scenery so far. Very good vibe. Just looking at the clouds, and that one looks like a horse right there, doesn't it? The two legs and then the head and the mane. Kind of looks like a horse. Alright, I'm enjoying this way too much, guys, but would Tren Maya again, and I will for sure. I'm really a big fan actually of this over the ADO. If you can afford it, I think it's better than the ADO in some ways. Some routes are better than others. When I did the Valladolid route, I talked about, well, it might make more sense, the philosophy of use for Playa to Bacalar, Bacalar to Playa, because it's a straight shot. Valladolid, you have to go up to the Cancun airport and then double back, and it's way longer than it should be. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to take the Tren Maya to, say, Mérida, Valladolid, but if you're going to Bacalar, Chetumal, Palenque, I think it actually makes a lot of sense. Alright, just passing through station number 1, stop number 1, Chachobin, Limones. Chachobin, Limones is the one in Bacalar, and we are in Chachobin right now.
Limones. Puertas se abrirán del lado izquierdo. Doors will open on the left.
I'll put up on Google Maps where we are, Chachobin. I really have no idea where that is, but I'll be able to find it later on Google Maps when I have signal. Alright, for those of you wondering about the bathroom, it is quite a bit nicer in the Tren Maya than the ADO bus, and it's quite a bit easier to go number 1 standing up for all you gentlemen watching. It's not so shaky, and so that's a win if you ask me. Tren Maya bathroom for the win. So guys, I am actually connected to the Wi-Fi pasajeros here on the Tren Maya. And let me check the actual speeds here on fast.com and see what kind of internet speeds we're actually working with. Okay, so it will not actually load the page. I don't think the Wi-Fi is actually up and running. Let me know in the comments if you have any info about the Wi-Fi here on the Tren Maya. It would be really handy to have Wi-Fi here on the train, but at the same time, I don't necessarily need it in this moment. I would actually rather just take a nap. Alright guys, we're an hour and 37 minutes into the trip and we're only in Felipe Carrillo Puerto. It doesn't seem like we're making very good time, to be honest, so we'll see if this whole 3 hours and 5 minutes holds up. According to that, we're halfway through the trip, but we're only in Felipe Carrillo Puerto, which I don't think is halfway. But I am getting hungry. On a side note, I got to try a Tren Maya burrito and see what a Tren Maya burrito tastes like. I'm hoping it's good because I'm starving. I don't know how I worked up an appetite just sitting here, but I managed to work up an appetite. Alright, that was quick service, but this has to be maybe the world's tiniest burrito. It's like the size of my finger. Let's try it though. Hopefully it's at least hot. She just microwaved it. I don't even think it's hot all the way through. And we're still in Felipe Carrillo Puerto. Maybe I'll have her heat this up more. If it's a tiny burrito, I at least want it to be hot. So guys, 75 pesos for this little guy here. Not impressed. They're out of tamales. Usually I would recommend you get the tamal de cochinita if they have it, pulled pork. But I can't even say first bite magic, but let's get that first bite set up with the salsa here. All right, she heated it up more, but now it's like piping hot. Now I have to wait. She gave it another full 30 seconds instead of like just another 10. There was a guy back there eating one of the sandwiches, and now I want one. The sandwich looks bigger, so maybe I'll have to get a sandwich after the burrito. We'll see. Just try the whole menu. Why not? Alright guys, the burrito is about as mediocre as expected, but it fills the hole, and then it's nap time. We are almost 2 hours in. Next stop is Tulum Aeropuerto. Almost 2 hours into the trip. Just leaving Felipe Carrillo Puerto, so we'll see if we make it the rest of the way back in an hour. I have my doubts, but we've got an hour and 13 minutes to arrive on time. Not much of a burrito though. Alright guys, just woke up from a nice nap. We're here in Tulum, 2 hours and 46 minutes into the trip, so is the Tren Maya actually faster? Is it really 3 hours and 5 minutes? I have my doubts that we'll be back in Playa in 20 minutes, but I'll keep you posted. For now, back to bed. I'm having a really good nap here on the Tren Maya. Is it as good as the ADO naps? Not quite, because there's these loud announcements and sounds and stuff that wake you up. But I guess if you put like frequencies or have something in the phones, the headphones, pretty good napping on the train. Leaving Tulum now.
Buenas tardes.
Tren Maya, 3 hours and 5 minutes, busted. We're at 3 hours and 4 minutes. Just now getting to the Tulum station, as you can see right there. Tulum. Alright, I'll keep you guys posted back to my nap for a little bit, although the train has kind of filled up from the Tulum airport and now it's a little bit noisy for my nap. Okay guys, and this is starting to get a little ridiculous. We're now moving back to the south and we're back at the Tulum station for whatever reason. And we are at 3 hours and 16 minutes. Back in Tulum, not in Playa. Keep in mind too, guys, that when we get back to Playa, we're not really arriving where the ADO bus is at all. We're not really going to be in Playa. We're going to be in the middle of nowhere and have to get on another ADO bus just to get into Playa for an additional 55 pesos, which puts us right at 999 pesos for this trip. And it looks like we're actually going to be getting to Playa later than the ADO bus. Stay tuned for the exact time, but we're now right at 3 hours and 17 minutes. Not looking good for the Tren Maya. Kind of hard to make an argument for the train other than just for having the experience. Because at this point it is double when you consider, it's almost double the price when you consider the extra bus ride into town, so not great. Alright guys, just pulling into the Tren Maya station now. I'll stop the timer when the train actually stops, but I might just show you guys the timer when the train stops and then keep it running and see how long it actually takes to get to Playa, because we still have to hop on another bus or grab a taxi to get into Playa. But bad news for the Tren Maya, guys, we're at 3 hours and 54 minutes, so not any faster, really, than the ADO bus. Excelente, sí. También quiero conocer a Chihuahua y hacer el tren CP.
CP Vera.
Hasta Sinaloa, ¿verdad? Alright guys, we have arrived. Let's check
Playa
on
del Carmen.
the... Look at that. Train just came to a stop. The exact same amount of time as the ADO. Literalmente exactamente lo mismo. 4 horas en punto.
Muy bien.
Igual, ya.
Mucho gusto, que tengan
Un
buen
gusto,
viaje.
igualmente.
Mucho gusto.
Gracias. Que les vaya muy bien.
Bye.
Alright guys, hopping off the train now. I think I'm gonna go down the escalator. See if I can get the ADO bus. I believe it's 55 pesos and it takes you into the Alterna, but I'll have to confirm that. I haven't done that yet. Last time I used the Tren Maya, I took a taxi to the station here in Playa, but you can save quite a bit of money. But yeah, guys, speaking of money, I did spend the 180 pesos just getting to the station in Bacalar on the taxi. And then with the ADO bus, that'll put me at about 1,179 pesos to do it this way, whereas I could have gotten to the ADO station for about 70 pesos. Or I even could have walked. That's an option when you're in Bacalar. So, much more expensive option. If you guys appreciate my efforts and me spending a little extra cash to bring you guys this video, all I ask for in return is that you just smash the like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go try to find this bus back into Playa. The timer is still running, 4 hours on the dot to arrive at the station, but how long to actually get to Playa? This waiting area is always so weird to me. It looks like wedding reception chairs. Guys, 4 nights in Bacalar, and I feel like I've been gone from Playa for a long time. It felt like a long trip. It's kind of cool to be back in Playa after being away for a while. So I will show you guys a little bit of the station. Here. I feel like the Bacalar station has a lot more character to it, but this one's really nice as well. Nice airflow, nice breeze. I think over here is where we can get the ADO bus at this booth. Oh, okay, they're getting some more shops opened up here. We do have the Go Mart there. Souvenir shop was here last time I was here in May. Okay, boletos de autobús. I think it's 55 pesos, but I'll let you guys know. Alright, so yes guys, 55 pesos and it will take me to 20th and 12th, the ADO Alterna. And they leave about every half an hour. This one leaves in 6 minutes, so I gotta move my culito. Vámonos. Ahí está. It's this one right here, guys. Very fancy looking bus. Well, that was a little bit surprising, disappointing. The lady said for sure the train is faster, but now we know. Demystifying the Tren Maya for you all. If you appreciate my efforts, just smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. So all in all, guys, 4.5 hours to get back to Playa. I'm here at the Alterna where I began the trip. So full circle. And 1,179 pesos, including the taxi ride and the ADO bus ride from the Tren Maya station. So yeah, not cheap, not faster, but yeah, definitely more comfortable, a little bit safer, I think, for sure. Smells better, the bathroom's cleaner, there's more attention to detail, more security. So all in all, really great experience. Coming back to Playa on the Tren Maya from Bacalar. Would I recommend it for budget travelers? Absolutely not. Just go with the ADO if you're on a budget, and you're gonna have a similar level of comfort, air conditioning, movies, etc. on the bus. But now you know. I gotta go find some food. I'm starving. That little burrito did not do it for me. Rope monster. Out.